Gold Stars at the dance park. They are also in trouble. And Michael said they've also gone 5 games without a win, and they are coming up against Nations FC, who won their last game at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. But for Aquatano at the Sunyani Coronation Park will face in Swataman. That is a big game. That is a big game. Real Tamale United today at the Ali Muhammad Stadium will also come up against Dreams FC. And as you know, the game that we will be showing you live on the screens is Asante Kotoko against Medeama. Evans Adote actually deepen the woes of Asante Kotoko. We'll find out today. Prosper Nate Ogun will bounce back to win in ways. Great Olympics will also take on Samatex tomorrow at the Accra Sports Stadium before Hartlepool also engage Accra Lions on Tuesday. So these are the games coming up. 2 games done. Bechem beating Heart of Lions. Then Karela also defeating Biana. But briefly, let's talk about Heart of Lions, Perry. Another defeat at the Hot Boys Sports Stadium.
It's match day 11 and they are yet to taste victory.
A victory in the Ghana Premier League.
We have 6 more matches to go for the end of the first round. And, you know, in the second round, if you don't build out the points in the first round, the second round, it can be very, very difficult. So the earlier Mando Heart of Lions starts putting the points on the board, I will not be surprised if they go back to Division 1 next season. I was hoping that they are playing Bechin, a very tough now to crack in the Ghana Premier League, very experienced side, and the likes of Augustine Okra and Gabriel Tulep scored a goal for them before the Mando Heart of Lions got a consolation. It's not good. It's not looking good for Lions at all. And like I said, they have to start putting points on the table. Otherwise, the second round.
Do you think they will have to speed up work at the Bando Stadium? Because playing at home, away from home, we've seen the likes of Kotoko Royals and how this affected them.
Yes.
Didn't that count a Royals score relegation?
I was expecting that once they qualified for the Premiership, under the leadership of Dr. Randy Abbey, they should have sped up the preparation at the Bando Sports Stadium. Because playing away from home, you don't have the fans to support you. It is true that the distance from Mando to Hoko is not far.
But it's not your home.
It's not your home. Yes. Yeah. So the kind of comfort you would have enjoyed at playing at home is not at Mando Sports Stadium. So I believe that if they're able to finish before the first one ends, it will help them.
Nanedu, what for Bismarck Obimens and you're a big fan of him, and he seems to have turned the corner. He seems to have turned things around. Going all the way to Hoko to win is big for him.
I think it's a good time to play Bando Heart of Lions in the Ghana Premier League, especially at the Hoho Sports Stadium, because they are finding it difficult to get a maximum win in the Ghana Premier League. Most of these players are inexperienced in the Ghana Premier League, and I always talk about playing home away from home. That is one thing. You know, if you struggle to find the solution to that situation, your team will find themselves once in the Ghana Premier League. So, if at the end of the first round, still Bando Heart of Lions playing home away from home, they'll be relegated in the Ghana.
Well, let's see what happens with Bando Heart of Lions. But today's game is Asante Kotoko, who need a win at all costs. It is more of a must-win game for Kotoko than Ibiana, and this is how the Porcupine Warriors made their way to the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. That youngster there, Peter Aqua, has done well for the Porcupines, but results are not going their way. What we are hearing today is that Justice Blay could be starting for Asante Kotoko. He's been on the touchline for some time. This man, Prosper Natogum, pressure than so. But also say pressure beyond none. So we'll talk about him very shortly. But this is the Medeama dressing room as well. The address is neatly arranged. I'm not seeing Jonathan Soa, but I'm seeing a certain Fojo, and he will be pivotal for Medeama today with the absence of a huge player like Jonathan Soa, Perry Baka.
Very pivotal. You know, if you look at the Medeama team, they are a relatively young side, and if you look at the goalkeeper, Felice is 20 years. The older player in the setup is Jofenot Anaba, who is 34 years. Apart from him, all the boys are very, very young players, and they have got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of mileage in their legs, and they are going to give Kumasa Asante Kotoko a run for their money this afternoon. You know, like I said, very young team, full of energy. They know how to progress the ball very well, and we are going to enjoy a very good encounter this afternoon.
Of course, we are going to have a good game. So that is Medeama as well. Yeah, Derek Fojo coming down from the bus, and they are also poised for action. But they are missing 3 key players: Jonathan Soa, Fatal, and of course Nuruddin Abdullah, who are all with the Black Stars in Comoros. But can they still cause Asante Kotoko problem? And they do with all these players missing?
They are missing 3 key players.
And yeah, they get 3 key players.
But they still have quality players in their team.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Fiasma and Elias, are in top form. And of course, Derek Fojo, one of the key players. Dapasu, formerly of Tamale City, one of the key players in the Medeama Football Club. And of course, Baba Musa in that midfield is a quality player in the Medeama team. So they are missing 3 key players. It's not easy, In the football rules, when you have more than, you have 3 players and above leaving your team for national team duty, you can call off the game with the football association, but they still believe they have quality players in the Medeama team who can fight for the Premier League, especially playing against Asante Kotoko. Don't forget, in some days or weeks to come, they are playing the crucial game against El Ali Football Club in Cairo. So when you play against Asante Kotoko, it will motivate some of these boys to go into that game with that.
But one can say Medeama, Kotoko are struggling in but Medeama this season in the Ghana Premier League, not the CAF Champions League. You sure say with what you've seen from them, they can cause Kotoko problems at the Barbara Sports Stadium.
Fine, I'm more divided attention, Kaka, to be honest. The Champions League group stage is one thing, is huge on these players. They want to deliver for Medeama Football Club. But don't forget, they are playing against Asante Kotoko. Most of these guys are typical Kumasi guys. And most of these Kotoko guys were former players of Medeama Football Club. So they have special taste when these two teams meet in the Ghana Premier League. So it's going to be a big game. But I still think Kotoko is likely to get his first win after some time. In Ghana.
Let's see if Kotoko will get their first win. It is going to be a big one. Kotoko against Medeama. Your cameras Kumasi, Yampo Franka or Honum, and they've been speaking to some of the fans ahead of the game.
Thomas Boachiajuman, former management member of Asante Kotoko. Kotoko against Medeama, as always, it's not going to be an easy match. It's going to be a very difficult match for both sides. Medeama are on form. The fact that they are representing Ghana in the Champions League, the fact that they've qualified to the group zone, and the fact that their performance against Asante Kotoko, whether in Takwa or in Kumasi, is always top-notch. It depicts the fact that Kotoko is against one of the best sides in Kumasi. But then, Kotoko has been losing of late, and the last time out lost to Dreams FC in Kumasi. I don't think this is any motivation for any Kotoko player to go against an away side like Medeama and lose again. I believe Coach Ogum will go all out as pressure is also falling on him and all that. I predict an Asante Kotoko win, but it won't be easy. And should they cease to attack, then Medeama can either pick a draw or a surprise win as they did the last time out.
Eric Kwame Apia, the Bravo Vice Chairman, Circles. Kotoko and Medeama matches of late have been very difficult matches. Looking at last year, we lost to them. And coming this time around, when our team is not all that strong, we are praying that we have a good match. And it's my prayer that the coach will have his tactics right so that we can carry the day at the end of the day.
I mean, so if you're coach, Kakra me can say a match against Medeama normally is very, very difficult. But Osha near Babia Kotoko does say na match where the stress the players no. I'm more than so muticular for Mumpensi or my because Osha ya bought 3 matches consecutively back cry and winning. Last week Medeama H9 film Musul Chelsea was sure more 1-0. And I know almost more back. Say I wait now imagine say Baba Yara where will be a new game and I say grams into a mobile or mobile with them. The Kotoko supporters and I say especially playing body no match with the strong go to you form or make sure say some match you do make 3 points na my and yes Nema Ebebane and Papa because baby as I'm speaking to you now your last but one when I Kotoko the last but one. Me the last time I Kotoko, your boy LIGA, your boy 11th week match I the last but one. But football is football. I've seen we have here and the bonfire say team the betting had a into my perfect. And I must.
Okay, me say any day Kotoko wini send your Kotoko. That strong and the Makumasa and Kotoko because at the top on our church, Kotoko, and that day, several descended day in Kundia, Kotoko dear. She said, a mom watched this woman, I'm a game in it. No more Kotoko, you're fire to my pa, that's run every Nalokono, in Kumudiano, a pega, and a Makumasa and Kotoko. So I'm campaign for some storm. I'm on fire and you and in some boy, you will see and touch him that in there. Then I know. The committee, a bay will be a surprise on the day, and probably Bono, a bear sonko, a bear that's sonko, because you're near Ganano, and probably about Gana. Bono about Ganano, that's some Katua. Over the moon, and putting more bankasa, nothing can ban his side, and I can cry with a Gana, Omutimo Ball of him. See, somebody in Vono, almost shy, almost fine, and never move from. Let him win some picture and fall into Mapa in flat. Now, the quote from Gana. Ganu for Buguano, the Bemutimi, Minkimi Kata and Fakotoko Umbi. Me quote from Kimisomo, and that idea, including Abekotokodia. Damas.
And Pamshedi, a family of Samoa, Meda supporters in Nasi. He prays, Yen say a statue league, in Momo, I won't find the ball and no mobile. But the Encopo pay and Oye. The meeting I can so far so good, then Encopo pay and Oye. And any damn enemy, I bet you, Masia. Last year, last year, no membership to new Masia. By so much, said this is must have a share the Aquadia, catch room, send it. Among African from my junkers, and then they almost losing it. Because you're and probably also better to me that you are fast and crazy. I tell you to me that any place in the Bay and a bit near match, and I'm a supporter as long as it's including the Abba. I know how much we match be able to be an in your don't any day. I support Timono. If going to Timbia, baby, I got to Medamas.
My name is Ike Donko, member of Circuit 001 North America, a founding member of the North American Circuit 001. I'm here today to see to Kotoko's win. It's been a long time since we had some, good game over here, talking about winning the game over here. But today we're coming here with full force to take the 3 points and some goals from Medeama. We're not going to play. I expect a good game, a good officiating, and then a good result for Kotoko. Because it's going today 3 points with more goals. From here we are still no defeat anymore at Babaya Sports Stadium. Kotoko all the way. Kuma Pimba, fabulous the best.
So I love the speaker who actually spoke before the last two. Or say
survival. It's all about avoiding that relegation zone, and for now they will be talking about surviving that. But I'm here with two gentlemen, Thomas Boachi, aka Tommy Kruger, and Coach Ebenezer Sifa. Gentlemen, warmly welcome.
Thank you.
The sun has been kind. Just as we go on air, it's decided to relax for us. Look, it's a big match, whichever way you look at it. But even before we start all that, Tom, can you confirm whether or not now the information has gone out, the match is at 3 o'clock? Initially, some thought, or a couple of media houses announced that the match will kick off at 6.
Yes, exactly. The match is coming on at 3 p.m. And you know, Asante Kotoko has been playing most of their matches at 6 p.m. So a bit, some of the fans thought the match would be at 6 p.m. And a couple of radio stations also announced that way. But then it's 3 p.m. The players behind me, you can see them warming up. So it's coming on 3 p.m. Asante Kotoko Medeama kickoff.
All right, that's Thomas Kruger, Thomas Boache. Coach, 48 hours ago, this was where to be.
Of course, I mean the blasters against the Madagascans, and of course how the fans came and surprisingly empty stadium. But as we saw the fans out there, earlier on others thought it was 6 p.m. And as Tom has clarified and confirmed, it is 3 p.m. So I'm sure that those who are watching us and who are listening to us will probably come in and then come enjoy the game. I mean, you see both teams on the pitch doing the warm-up, including the referees. And for me, 48 hours ago, yeah, it was massive. But the most important thing in that game was what Inaki Williams gave to the Blasters. Then at the 6-minute goal, a perfect cross from Gideon Mensah, and I mean that powerful header from Inaki Williams. And at the end of the game, you and I were out there. Everybody was talking about Inaki Williams. If you go for a drink, Inaki Williams drinks. If you go to a kebab, Inaki Williams kebab. If you want to sit in a taxi, Inaki Williams taxi. The whole area, the whole Kumasi was Inaki Williams. And for me, that was the most important thing. But hey, the visitors gave us a match. They gave us a game. And I think that tactical change made by Chris Wooten, Majid Ashimeru, he made a difference. And Ernest Nyama, Osman Bukari, and of course, Dennis Ordway. I mean, that tactical change on the part from the coach, and I think the players responded positively, and that gave us the 3 points. And I'm sure wherever they are now, they have it at the back of their mind that, look, they need to continue from where they ended the last game.
No doubt. Tom, look, it's about Kotoko today, and a little bit of a worry as to perhaps maybe it's the weather, but normally a couple of hours before kickoff, you find that the Kotoko fans are here, they're outside. We're not quite seeing that. I could be wrong. You are on the ground. Or is this normal? Or have things changed?
Very abnormal. Yeah. I must tell you, I feel very embarrassed. Whenever I check the league table, Asante Kotoko being referred to as a bottom club, it tells you about the performance of the club so far. It's not been that good. And to tell you something, only 5,000 tickets were printed for a Kotoko match. Only 5,000 tickets. It should speak volumes of what is happening to Asante Kotoko right now. And that's what's going to make this match. Yeah, Asante Kotoko are going all out. Against the background, I said it earlier, that pressure on Coach Ogun, pressure on the players. When I heard Coach Ogun talking to the players when they arrived at the dressing room, he told them that they should find out how many players are not present at the Medeama team. And it's true, about 3 players are not present because they are with the Blasters. Yeah, let me tell you this. This is the birthright of Asante Kotoko. Players in the national team. This is the birthright of Asante Kotoko, but they are losing it. So if you don't play well and if you don't perform, if you don't beat Medeama today, then it will be more embarrassing for Asante Kotoko.
I like the way you said birthright, and somebody also says that one of the big problems confronting Kotoko is the reality check, and also the was the entitlement. You know, we are Kotoko, and then the other side, we are Hartlepool. The two big sides, they feel entitled, but the other clubs don't want to give you anything. Almost Fashe and Chemo.
Exactly.
You have to work hard for it, and that is the reality. The players must also.
That's a positive motivation that we are Kotoko. So play the Kotoko way. Sebe, the former Bantmine, the former Kotoko chairman, Banana Bantmine said Kotoko Ntitinyanka Sebe. So Kotoko plays big. Kotoko win big. Kotoko should always be in the positive mood, not this
pressure. You think these group of players, you know, we're watching them warming up. Obviously the goalkeepers, I don't think Kotoko has a problem in the goalkeeping department, but these players that we're seeing at the moment, are these players under pressure that maybe they can't handle? Maybe it should be communicated that we should give them a season, or expectations that Kotoko are that it is now, not next year, not tomorrow.
Well, that is true. The players of Kumasi, Asante Kotoko are under pressure, I must say. And the coach has confirmed that the players are under pressure. So they tell him that sometimes when they even have to position themselves very well to receive passes, to score, shoot, and all that, they just decide to go and hide behind other players. It's not helping. They are under pressure, but then they are professionals. This is where your professionalism should come in. That you are playing for Kumasi, Asante Kotoko. Do your best, go forward, win matches. You are not supposed to be at the log where you are. You're supposed to be at the top and all that. That's what you called entitlement. Now, the fans are also here. I'm not talking about the fans that we expect. They should have been here. They should have filled all the seats, but they are not here. The few fans here, look at them. They are very small in number, but they had their replica this morning. The replicas are out. It started 2 days ago, and behind it, see what's written there.
God bless the king.
God bless the king.
I'll hold you, Mike. Turn around. Yeah, turn around fully. Have you got that? God bless the king. So this is the, which one is this? Away second.
No, that's the third one.
Third, right.
Yes. Yeah. What motivation else do you need from
this? So this is the Hope brand.
Yes, this is the Hope brand. And this week, the chief of staff has been visiting the Asante Kotoko training grounds. Never will you see the chief of staff at Asante Kotoko training grounds.
Yeah, because we're global. You need to educate people on the chief of staff. You know, in Ghana, normally in politics we have chief of staff.
That's
GFA we have chief of staff.
Yes.
Which chief of
staff? The chief of staff is sort of the personal secretary, special assistant
Very well.
to the Otunfo, who is the king of the Ashantis. He's been at the training grounds and all that. Normally, Yakomele is the king to the training grounds or to Asante Kotoko activities, but this time around he's been there meeting the players and all that. But the most important thing is here on the pitch against Medeama. If you remember, last season when Asante Kotoko lost 2-0, it was a day after the Black Stars match. Kotoko Medeama and Kotoko lost. This time, almost the same thing. 2 days or 48 hours after the Black Stars match, Asante Kotoko is here. Is Medeama going to repeat that? No. It should not be a repetition. Asante Kotoko should, of course, do their best. We are talking about the champion club here.
Right.
Medeama is tough customer for Asante Kotoko wherever we meet. Whether in Takwa or in Kumasi. Once they won last season, they might like to repeat this, but it's not happening. I believe we should go for Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, we'll come back again to the problems of Kotoko. We'll talk about Medeama in a bit, since they're going to Africa. Big test for them against Ali. But Coach Prosper Ogun has come under a lot of criticism in the manner in which perhaps he's handled certain internal matters. Others are of the view that it's good that he's put that in the open so that people know where they stand. What's your take?
Well, yeah, it's a matter of opinion. I mean, personally, I would say that, look, for me, it was unfortunate for that comment to come out. I mean, at the end of the day, it has already been passed and it is history now. I believe that the players themselves need to be focused, and of course, the supporters have to support the team. You are looking at the lineup today. You can clearly see Justice Blade that we talked about. He's in the starting lineup. Richmond Lamptey is in the starting lineup. And Sharif, it tells you how Kotoko wants to go in. And for me, I believe that Kotoko in today's game are coming in very strong. Medeama is in Africa, of course. They are missing 3 key players. I mean, Jonathan Sowa, they have Nuruddin, and of course they have Fatah with the left back. They are all with the Black Stars in Comoros. And as Tom said, the birthright of Kotoko probably has to folk to see their players in the national team. But today, it is Medeama having 3 players. And today's game, they are missing those players. But hey, Medeama are saying that, look, they are not going to miss these players because they believe that they have quality in depth. They have quality that can upset Kotoko. Last time that they met here, that was about some days after Kotoko, Black Star has played. And of course, they beat Kotoko. And today, looking at the position of Medeama on the league log and the position of Kotoko on the league log, it speaks volume. Yeah, I'm not surprised the supporters are not here because of what happened at the summer test game and before that game, what really happened. And I'm sure that looking at the attitude of the Kotoko players today, I could see positive in their warm-up. And it clearly shows that, look, Steve Mukwela, Kalu Watara, it tells you that the coach is going all out. The 4-3-3 system that he used to play, this time he has really involved a lot of the experienced players, a lot of the players that have played for 2 or 3 seasons together to play this particular game. So for me, I foresee Kotoko coming in very different today. And of course, as we can see, the pitch is very green. Wahin did a good job before the Black Star game. And looking at Medeama, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's also a school of thought that with Ali around the corner, the players' focus is probably their biggest match in their careers. Ali away, former champions, record champions of Africa. Big game. Kotoko is just a distraction. Maybe it could also be a way to justify their selection, to play well, win here, and take that motivation and confidence to Egypt.
Yeah, Medeama is playing the Africa on this pitch. So they need to exhibit good football. They are going to Africa to play Ali. And I asked, we met Moses, and he said, look, we are not afraid of them. They've beaten TP Mazembe before, they've beaten Sundowns before. So who is Al-Ali? They are in the champions in their country. Medeama is champions of Africa. We have 3 players from Medeama in the Black Stars currently in Comoros. So that should tell you the strength of Medeama. So I'm sure that they are using this Kotoko, not Kotoko, but the pitch, to make the fans believe that they can also represent Ghana. That is how I see it. This is a game. It's a league game. They are definitely going to have a replay or probably the second leg in Takwa. So I'm sure that Medeama is here to play a league match and probably fly to Egypt to play Ali. And I'm sure that they will probably do the right thing by making sure that they give us a very good football so that the fans will be coming here. And after the Ali game, Medeama is playing 2 home games in the Champions League, and all is going to be at the Baba Sports Stadium. So I'm sure they are here to give a very good account of themselves and also give us a very good game against Asante Kotoko.
No doubt about it. If you've just joined us, it's a live coverage of the Ghana Premier League Week 11 game between Asante Kotoko, former champions, and of course Medeama Sporting Club, the defending champions who are preparing for Africa. In a moment, we'll talk to Nanea Amankwa, the assistant coach of Medeama, and he will give us an insight as to exactly what we should expect and how they will focus for this game. It is one of those games that, yes, you want to play well, you want to win to carry that momentum. You also, players might be psychologically cautious about how they approach it and not to maybe get injuries. It's all about the psychology of it. But we'll find out from him in due course. But certainly from the Medeama point of view, they're coming here for the win. That is what their fans here are saying. That is what their technical team, they're all talking about, coming here to win again.
Well, I believe this is going to be a difficult game for Medeama. But as coach said, they are going to need to exhibit good match. Kumasi fans love good football. If you exhibit good performance, they will be following you. Once they are playing early, they'll be needing the support of Kumasi fans. If they exhibit very good football here, who knows? Asante Kotoko fans will come to the stadium, cheer them on against Ali. After all, it's a Ghanaian affair and all that. I believe Medeama are going to come all out, and we are expecting to see a very good match here.
All right, Thomas Boachi, aka Tommy Kruger. Coach Nana Amankwa is ready, so let's have a conversation with him and find out what his thoughts are. But before then, Coach, you talked about the pitch, you talked about the weather and all the rest, everything is set.
Yes, of course. I mean, you clearly see that you and I were here in the morning, the day of the Black Star match. We saw how green grass technology people worked on the pitch, and you saw how Black Star and their opponents played on this pitch. It is very green, very excellent, very super. And if you want to see good football from Ghanaian clubs, watch them on a very good pitch. Any team that comes to Baba Yara plays very good football. The pitch is there. Free flow football. If you really hold on to possession, if you want to play, you can play on this pitch. It's not a matter of the pitch. It's about the quality of play. And of course, the system the coaches are going to adopt. That is what we are going to see. And as to whether the players are going to be tactically disciplined or not, we are yet to see. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Coach Nanea Amankwa is here. Let's have a few words with him. And of course, after that, we'll talk to assistant coach Oklu as well.
Thanks to Yabo for Ankara coach as a fan Thomas Boachi, Tom Kruger as well doing the wonderful work at the Barbera Sports Stadium. On my update as to what is happening there. So it is Kumasi Asante Kotoko against Medeama. You've heard from Tom Kruger. It is not befitting of Asante Kotoko to go 5 games without a win, and that is not good. I'll share everything, the atmosphere, the fans that have spoken, everything points to the fact that Kumasi Asante Kotoko only won one thing today, a win and no other thing.
That's the only outcome they are looking for out of the possible 3 this afternoon, and
they wouldn't mind how the game will be won.
A win will be a win for them. But I'm happy about the sort of players the coach is parading this afternoon.
Okay,
he's going for an all-attacking football because we have the likes of Infege, Mukwala, and then Kalu Atara leading the lines for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, supported by Justice Blay, Sese, and Morrison in the midfield. So Coach Prosper Nadogum is going all out for the 3 points this afternoon. After losing 3 matches on the bounce, all they want this afternoon is a victory against Medeama.
No, last season, Medeama share Kotoko 2-0 at the same venue. Yeah. It was Jonathan Sowa and Vincent Tatinga. Both of them are not available this afternoon. Vincent Tatinga, if we club him, he's left Medeama. Jonathan Sowa is with the Black Stars of Ghana. Do you think Medeama still have enough firepower to cause Asante Kotoko problems?
Still have more quality players in their team.
You keep saying that.
You know, Medin Kaka just say, in terms of squad depth, I think Medeama has the best in the league so far.
Okay.
You know, has a full quality squad depth in their squad. You know, the Ghana stars not bad in Swatlemine quality, but I think the Medeama team, no, you know, a team has got to a time, you know, Japasu don't get a starting lineup in the Medeama team. It got to a time, two of us are not bad. Who are starting up the Medeama team? Maybe be a 4 start from the bench. It tells you the kind of quality play they have. They lost their top scorer last season. Aside Jonathan Sowa, their next top scorer in the league was Vincent Atinga, a defender who scored more than 10 goals in the Ghana Premier League. But they brought in Kofi Asma to replace him. It tells you the kind of quality player they have in the Medeama team. So a team here, more quality players that they have blended these young guys to get a result for them. You know, Felix J, we brought from a Kerala football club, a 20-year-old goalkeeper who has been consistent for them since the second round of last season. So Medeama of quality players to compete any other team in the Ghana Premier League. So no wonder they still think after those 3 players they can still compete Kotoko in the Kumasi Sports.
So Medeama away from this season in the Ghana Premier League, I've seen them win 2 games. They started with a defeat at the Nanajima Bedupa. They lost 2-0 to Diana before they beat Bechim United. They had to come from a goal down, and Jonathan Sowa was on target for them. Then they scored a wonderful free kick to beat Bechim United 2-1 at the Nana Fosuji Abopa. But their next game against Dreams FC at the Theatre of Dreams ended in a 2-1 defeat. And I had to forget Chom Wekami and San 3 with Mobako. Their last away game was at the Elwa Sports Stadium. They had a red card, but they managed to win. This is not a bad record. 5 games to win away from home. Peribaka, you know, say away from home in the Ghana Premier League. Anthony.
Very, very difficult. So if you go away and even get a draw, you must thank your stars because you know for the Ghana Premier League, you must do all you can to win your home games and then possibly pick a point away from home. So Medeama has been fantastic on the road, and exactly 1 year 7 days ago, Kotoko played Medeama, hosted Medeama at the Barbarian Sports Stadium, and it ended 2-0 in favor of the away side, that is Medeama. So this, I hope all the psychology around this game will go back to last season, and like I said, you have a match upon us, and that's at 3 o'clock.
Well, if psychology should play a part in this game, I'm sure Prosper Nati Ogum has it in his hands because he can get into the minds of the players. It is Medeama who are traveling to meet Asante Kotoko at the Barbara Sports Stadium. We take a break. When we come back, we look at the lineup of the 2 teams.
So I'm going to your rent now, better than me pay. Oh. Stop.
back from that break. You're still watching our live coverage of the Ghana Premier League. Today we will be at the Barbera Sports Stadium. It is Kumasi Asante Kotoko coming up against Medeama in the match. The 11 and lineup for both sides are out. Frederick Asare is starting in post for Asante Kotoko after Danlad conceded back-to-back goals in that game against Dreams FC and, of course, against Samatex there. But these are the last 5 games that Asante Kotoko and Medeama have played between them. In 2021, Medeama beat Kotoko 2-1 away from home. Then Asante Kotoko also got a 1-0 victory over them. Kotoko went all the way to Takwa to beat Medeama 2-0 before getting another victory over them 1-0 in that same year, that is 2022. Back in 2023, the last game that was played between them saw Medeama defeat Asante Kotoko 2-0 at this same venue, the venue that will be hosting today's game. But as I said, Frederick Asare is starting in place of Danlad. Richmond Lamte is back to captain the team. Sheriff Mohammed is starting. Justice Blay is also back in the starting lineup. Serge Eric Zeze is starting as well. Stephen Desi Mukwala starting for Asante Kotoko. George Mfege, Enso Eshasi, and Enoch Morrison, Henry Ansu, Kalu Atara, and Yusuf Mohammed Nuruddin. Now they do everything points to the fact that Prosper Natiogum is going out all guns blazing. Attack, attack, attack.
I think this time around, I'll call for the experienced players in the team. You know, in
politicians. He branded some of them as politicians. Yeah.
You know, in figure on the right, and of course, Mukwala from the left, Kalu Atara as the typical number 9 and a centre forward in the team. Yeah. Eric Jose are the number 10 player in the team, of course. Richmond Lamte as the number 8. With Justice Blay as the typical DM replacing, you know, Andrew Sintimenu in the midfield. So it tells you he's going for that experienced players in the Kotoko team. It looks like Enoch Morrison will put as a left back today in the team, so that, you know, Nuruddin, Henry Ansu, and Sheriff Mohammed will support the back 4. So I think it's a strong lineup on the side of Asante Kotoko. That is why I'm tipping them to pick the maximum win today ahead of Medeama.
For Medeama, they are also starting with Felix Shea in post. Baba Abdullah Musa, the captain, is also in there. Manuel Mate is back into the lineup. Sean Vital is also starting. Kamaradini Mahmoud is also in there. Emmanuel Kojo Joshua Ajimai. Kofi Asma is also in there. God knows Jack Basu will be in the middle for them. Lomote Ajik Godi is in there. And Ebenezer in Kroma. No place for Derek Forjo in this team.
Medeama obviously are missing 3 very key players, and if you go to the squad there.
Okay, Perry, I would have to catch you, but let's go back to Babaya. The coaches are ready to speak to us. Let's listen to them.
Moment, and I can feel it here, even amongst the fans. How are you approaching this game?
That's true. These are difficult times. But the only thing I can tell you is that the boys are technically, physically, and psychologically prepared for this particular game.
There's been a lot of pressure on the players, and they haven't responded well, especially the last 3 games. 3 defeats on the trot. Is the pressure getting even more now? They have to win. Is that the pressure of playing for Kotoko? Every match you have to win.
Like I said, they are psychologically prepared. There's no pressure. You can feel it in our warm-up. Yeah, they are very prepared.
Medeama will be playing here at the Champions League, and they want to use this as a preparatory ground also to show what they can display. More or less, Kotoko is their experiment. They want to put Kotoko to the slaughter this afternoon. How are you going to respond on the pitch?
This is Kotoko. They cannot use Kotoko as experiment. So we are prepared for them, and we are going to give them a good game.
Is all well in camp? Is there unity, the players, the senior players, the junior players, the technical staff? Are you all together united to make sure you turn things around the corner?
Yes, we are all united. The team is bounding very well.
Coach, good luck. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Big game. Ali around the corner, Kotoko in front of you. What is your focus for this match against Kotoko?
Thank you for the opportunity. I think this match is very crucial for us. We lost our home game, and we are approaching this game very seriously. And we came here, we are just around here to take the points home.
You're without 3 key players. They're with the Black Stars in Comoros at the moment. And those are very, very influential players. That would definitely change your game plan for Kotoko this afternoon.
Oh no, we have equally good players like them. That's why we didn't postpone this game. we wanted to play this game. We're supposed to postpone if you have 3 players in national team, you can postpone the match ahead of you. But because we have equally good players, that's why we are playing this game.
That shows a lot of confidence and boldness against Kotoko, who are going through a tough time, but we know that potentially they can turn the corner, and they could turn the corner against you this afternoon. Are you going for the win, or you just come here to put up a good performance? This is where you'll be playing the Champions League matches, and the Kotoko fans or other fans would want to see good football from you.
Yeah, they will see good football today, and hopefully we are going to win this game. We prepare very well for this game, just to encourage our supporters, and we will play very good game for the people here to see that Medeama is a champion, and we are coming to do that here. Today we will do that.
Yes, the assistant coach of Medeama, Nanaya Mankwa, saying that Medeama are champions. But back conclusion is Medeama episode use Kotoko as experiment for their Cup Champions League game. Kotoko in your team any experiment.
He was spoken there from the assistant coach W Clue, and you know he's trying to get into the minds of the team Medeama. And I also like the way Nanaya Mankwa also spoke. He says, if you have 3 players in the national, any of the national team, you have the right to postpone the match. But they have got equally good players who can fill the mood of those who are with the national team. So let's see what the 90 minutes will have for us.
Daniel, do you agree with Oklu that pressure be any players? Listen?
There's a lot of pressure on the team.
Or is he trying to take the pressure away from the players?
If Okum doesn't win the game today, I don't know how he will leave the Babaya Stadium today. There are a lot of pressure on this team to get the maximum results today against Medeama Football Club. They want to kick their season start again for the club. There are a lot of things behind the scene, you know. There are a lot of things going on around the club. They believe they've brought in quality players, brought in experienced coach by Postman, but they are not getting the results at the Babaya Sports Stadium. So, Kotoko team they win there, the Babaya Sports Stadium. I don't know what will happen in Kumasi, and the kind of pressure that will be on the team and the playing body in today's game after the game. So I'm looking at how things will unfold for them immediately after the game, because I still believe Kotoko is likely to pick the maximum 3 points today. I have to believe they can pick the maximum 3 points. But there will be a pressure on these young guys to deliver today at the Babaya Sports Stadium.
Perry, how does Kotoko start this one? I mean, pressure down, so winless in their last 5 games, coming up against a team like Medeama. How should they start this game?
Impose yourself on Medeama. Go on the pitch and dominate the run object. Don't give them the space to operate. Don't let them settle at all. Get the first goal, calm the nerves in the stadium, and then you see that the fans will be behind you. After 20-30 minutes, the first goal doesn't come, there'll be a lot of pressure on them. So they should go all guns blazing in the first 15 minutes, get the first goal, and then relax and play normal football.
Nanedu, a point for Medeama would be brilliant for them, knowing they don't have 3 of their key players there. How should Evans Adute also start this game?
That is why they all need this particular point. You know, Kotoko need a 3 points to restart their season again in the Ghana Premier League. Medeama need that maximum 3 points to boost their confidence going into their game against Elali Football Club in Cairo. So both Kotoko and Medeama need the maximum point today at the Babaya Sports. But I still think, Kotoko has the upper hand. Medeama, most of these players will be more consecutive, try to, relax a little bit because they have a big game ahead of them. But I think Kotoko is likely to take the maximum 3 points.
So on the bench for Asante Kotoko, there's Sharif Mohammed Jr. Also on the bench. So it is that time that we have to cross over to the Babaya Sports Stadium for the first half of that game between Kotoko and Medeama. See you. Enjoy.
Top liner of match day 11 of the Betpower Premier League, and we're live from the Babaya Sports Stadium in Kumasi, where struggling Asante Kotoko come up against defending league champions Medeama. The Porcupines are in search of their first win in 5 matches, and Medeama hoping to return to winning ways after losing at home to Brekum Chelsea the other day in Takwa. They lost by 1-0 to Chelsea, and Asante Kotoko also lost to Samatex. They quickly want to get back to winning ways. They are lying 17th on the league log, and a position that has resulted in a division amongst the rank and file of the Porcupines. Something the players are not good enough. Some have directed their anger at the technical team. For Medeama, they'll be in the African Champions League next weekend, and they hope to use this game as the perfect dress rehearsal for that big one in Cairo against Ali. Welcome to the Babayara Sports Stadium as our coverage of the Betpower Premier League between Asante Kotoko and Medeama Sporting Club. Kotoko sporting red jerseys, Medeama in their mauve and yellow. It's not been the kind of results that Prosper Neteogum expects from his squad, especially after taking the responsibility of leading the team for the second time. He won the Premier League with Kotoko 2 seasons ago, fell out with the management, and decided to part ways, only to return under the instructions and request of the life patron and owner of the club, Otumfuo Osei-Tutu. He's currently a member of the management committee of Asante Kotoko, who are acting on interim basis. But he's got a point to prove because the results have not been positive for him. For Medeama, they have 2 competitions to concentrate in as they play in the group stages. Will be interesting to see. Richmond Lamptey is captain. Baba Musa Abdullahi is captain for Medeama. Asante Kotoko's lineup, 4 changes to the team that lost in Samaroy. Danlad is replaced by Asari. Mukwala and Watara leads up front. Justice Lay at right back, Sharif at left back. Interesting. Zeze and Lamptey in central midfield with Morrison and Infege playing alongside Watara and Mukwala. Prosper Neteogum. One of the Kotoko fans interestingly was asking whether the coach had decided to change his outfit from the suits to the normal casual wear for this game. Charles Bulu is our centre man. He's assisted by Seth Ablo and Suleiman Adini. Rustum Senogbe is our 4th referee for this afternoon's game here at the Babayara Sports Stadium. So, Medeama Sporting Club, they do not have 3 of their key players. That's Nuruddin, as well as Jonathan Soa and Fatau Hamza. Fatau Abdullah, who are with the Black Stars of Ghana in Comoros. Joshua Ajiman will lead attack alongside Daniel Lomote. Baba Musa Kujo and Asma in a back 3 with Jack Basu and Mante alongside Jean Vital and Kruma. Kamaruddin Mamadou will be playing as a wing back today for the mauve and yellow in a 3-5-2 formation. Augustin Adote made history by leading Medeama to their first ever Premier League title and subsequently guided them smoothly into the Cup Champions League group stages. He's speaking ahead of this game saying that they want to use
Lawrence Mona I surveying on winning mass ne angle. Well, the angle most every first of all on the corner.
Yes.
Clearly would have gone to the side, but on the middle.
Yes.
Yeah. So it means that something actually happened.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the ball actually came off the left leg, but it is difficult for every referee to see.
I agree with you. That one from that score, it touches the left leg, but the referee don't see from that angle. And it changes the direction as to where he wanted to put the ball to. So,
and
like I said,
the Medeama players were actually surrounding the first assistant.
I even saw the
but first assistant, they don't know. Oh, one of the say he's there to watch the goalkeeper, whether the goalkeeper makes a move off the line or not. So no, it is referee Charles Bulu who has to monitor the player that is kicking the ball. But it was difficult from that end. Medeama tried to come back into the game, but it did not come to any. Anything positive for them. They have the path back. Kotoko held on in one.
You know that incident happened on the 59th minute. And Medeama had almost 30 minutes to come back into the game, but like you said, they have them path. But the likes of Lomote didn't. How do you call it? They were not lethal enough this afternoon. Fojo, very mercurial winger, was also brought on, but they couldn't trouble the defense of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Let me commend Justin Blay this afternoon for the human job he did at the right side of the defense for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Yeah, thwarted every move that Medeama made on that left side of attack, and the decision to play him at the right back this afternoon really paid off. Good test for Medeama, who will be playing LLA in the next weekend. And I believe Evans Adote will be livid by the fact that two decisions, a wrongful decision went again this afternoon. But hey, like I said, he
was not happy with the penalty call. Yes. He was not happy with the fact that the referee didn't order Sharif to retake that penalty. And he feels that he may feel that he has been hard done twice. But it was a good test for them. Next week, they are having some of their players back, or almost all their players back after international break. Good for them. But what does this win do for Prosper Natogum, Nanedu? Does it take pressure off them? But this is the first time I will say they are Kotoko. I'm not seeing that joy, that euphoria now. Is it because of the past few weeks, they are also with defeats and draws and all that?
I would like to see, their performance against LIGUE Cities next weekend. That is where I can really tell things about Kotoko, and of course the kind of euphoria these things will come around with Kotoko team, because I was not really comfortable with the 1-0 win against Medeama, even though there was a 3-point they were able to amass in their game. But I think LIGUE Cities on Sunday or next week will be one of the key games to judge this Asante Kotoko team. But one thing Prosper did in today's game that has really helped him is to bring all the experienced players, the so-called political players in the team, and these are the players who were able to save him today. If Prosper didn't win the game against Medeama today at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, there will be a lot of pressure on him. So, Justice Blay in improvising as a right back, Enoch Morris in improvising as a left back, and of course, in maintaining the two centre halves, Nuruddin and of course, Henry Ansu. Sharif and Richmond Lamte did a lot of work on Vital, and of course, the other midfielder, Japasu, and the lights in the midfield for Medeama Football Club. And I think the player who was making things difficult for Asante Kotoko, who was sluggish up front, was Kalu Atara today. He didn't see up the game, and I think he should have been changed earlier on for a player to come in the second half. But the coach have a lot of belief in him to pair Sibi Mukwala up front for Asante Kotoko Football Club. Maybe in their next game they will improve on what they did today against Medeama Football Club.
Perry, wait for Kotoko. What does it do to the team in general, not just Prosper? On the pressure that so or here we know, but the team in general. Then
it will bring that feel-good factor back. As when you win, it takes a lot of pressure away from the team. The media backlash
reduces.
Yes, it will cease, and they will have time to prepare for their next game. If Kotoko are able to win 3 matches on a bounce,
that is good for them.
It will be good to go.
Well, these are their next 5 games. Kotoko will have to travel down south and face Legon Cities at the Elwak Sports Stadium, Parkwesi Fairbairns, Legon Cities. Then they travel to they come home, to play Bekum Chelsea at the Babayara Sports Stadium before the super clash against Accra Hatofo at the Accra Sports Stadium. Then they have another away game. So they'll be playing 2 Accra teams on the bounce, Hatofo. Then I'm sure they will stay in Accra and face Great Olympics the following week. So they have Hatofo and Great Olympics to deal with rivals. That is going to be big for Asante Kotoko. Then they play home against Real Tamale United. Now they do 5 matches where Wahona. How many points do you think Kotoko can amass from this? Say no, Mitimenya.
I think Kotoko will do their best. after this particular win, I think it will change some things in the team. I would like to see their game against Legon. Maybe they could come to Accra, at least get a draw against Legon or a win against them. Their game against Brekum Chelsea in Kumasi, they are likely to pick the maximum 3 points. Kotoko Enhanced game can go either way, but you're looking at how things are going. Any of them can get the maximum 3 points before they move to out to you, and they will play Olympics before out. The Olympics game is a difficult game for Asante Kotoko. But in recent times, Kotoko have been getting a good result against Great Olympics. So maybe, who knows, he may end up in a draw against them. And of course, the home game against out to you, I'm tipping them to get the maximum 3 points. So maybe out of possible 15 points, if Kotoko is able to amass at least 12 points out of the possible 15, that would be a good result for Asante Kotoko Football Club.
12 points. Yeah. So Mesha has some Great Olympics. I'm
tipping them to get a draw against Olympics, House of Folk and Legon Cities, and a win against Brekum Chelsea, and of course out to you.
Very bad. And then Kotoko, considering the games that they have coming up the next 5 games, how many points do you think the Porcupines can get from this?
Kotoko's next 5 matches are really, really tough. You know, against Legon Cities, if I last weekend the game Legon City gave Accra House of Folk, if they are to play the same way against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, it will be very difficult for them to play all the 3 points. Against RTU at home, I feel they can pick 3 points over there. Brekum, with the form of Mankuna and the rest, it will be very difficult for them to go to Brekum and go and put all the 3 points.
They are coming to Kumasi.
They are coming to Kumasi. Okay. So let's say 3-3. That is 6. I believe 9 out of 15 will not be bad for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. No, I'm going for a draw over there.
Great Olympics.
A draw over there. So if they get 3 over here, then they pick 3-3, 1-1 away. That is 9. It's not be bad for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Okay, so those are the next 5 games that Asante Kotoko will be playing, and it's a win for them. So let's go back to the Barbera Sports Stadium and have a listen to the coaches after the game, starting with David Oklu, who is the assistant coach of the Porcupine Warriors.
Your first win in 6. It's taken a while coming.
You are right, man. Yeah. You are right now. Yeah. Like I told you before the game, that these are hard times. But my boys are mentally prepared for this particular game. And you can see it in the game.
First 10 minutes, Kotoko could have been up 2. What's happening with the strikers? Conversion?
It's unfortunate we couldn't kill the match in the first 15 minutes. But it's a process. Gradually it will come. The goals will come.
It looks like the problem is sustaining such, intensity throughout the match or in phases of the match. They seem to wear out and the opponent takes over.
In games, normally when you are a goal up, the opponent have that extra energy to push, and that is what happened. But we were able to manage the game and we came out victorious.
How did you see the goal? Were you close enough to see the incidents?
Oh yeah.
There was a clear penalty?
Clear penalty.
And the total output of your players?
They did very well. They did marvelously well. You could see that they wanted it more. And we won it. That's good.
Is this the turning point for Kotoko?
Yes, congratulations to them. This should be the turning point.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you also.
Coach, 1-0, somewhat controversial in your eyes. What did you make of the penalty incident? Did you see it clearly?
I don't want to talk much about this penalty. I think the game is live. Supporters are watching the game, so I don't want to talk about the penalty.
What about
they should decide for themselves.
What about the output of your players over the 90 minutes?
Very, very, very well. Because looking at the situation where Kotoko is coming from, they determined to collect the 3 maximum points here, and then we also have lost in our home game, and we decided to come and win this game. So a very difficult game, but I will congratulate my boys. They did very, very well. Very, very, very well. Yeah.
Is this a good test ahead of your encounter in Egypt?
Of course. Yes, of course. We are very hope for the next game against El Ahly. Together with our national players, it will be tough. It will be tough. Yeah.
Coach, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you too.
That's it. Congratulations. First of all, we're at first time about 90 minutes this season. How are you feeling?
Oh, first of all, I would thank God that He has given me a chance to play. And say, Medeama SC, oh, BBR,
Over out of the team, no, what was going through your mind and how did you come back psychologically? Open prepared, said, Yashamu so many times. This is your first victory.
Oh, and a best of Mikaino. Sana yede ankopuna se ma yetimi aye unity ama yetimi akaya ho abom ama yetimi enwini sa game way. Football is anety. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, sometimes you draw. But when you lose, then just say like leg with free move, but we still continue until yabada yankopuna se otimi akaya ho abom ama yetimi edin queen.
As a senior player with a lot of experience playing against your former club, how are you also helping the junior, younger players to cope? Because Kotoko is a very big club and players be so experience, expectations, no, almost to me.
Oh yeah, you go so like you know Mukasa. So I think maybe okay for the matches Barcelona. Maybe okay there, man.
Supporters no still are more, you know, almost to Jama. They are waiting for you. Message Ben Aoma fans, and especially to assure them say this time there's unity in the camp.
Oh yeah, you best supporters be like I'm still supporting team no. Team na ya sentiment dia. Ufi man ye still I know na wakuma wo mtias like we are born by so keep on supporting na intimi then and come back.
And our team unity, you know, to say,
oh, to see our team unity, no, it's okay for be a coaches, technical team, everybody, be a team, be okay.
Yo, and our congratulations on the man of match.
Thank you.
Justice Lay, formerly of Medeama, there winning the most valuable player in this game after several months of being on the sideline with an injury. He's back, and today he was played as a makeshift right back where he put in his best to win the most valuable player. But you heard from Nanaya Mankwa, the assistant coach of Medeama. Or say penalty non can one or say since the game is on TV.